75 of these little mini charm packs. They're all different designs, so you will just get one at random. And it's not the first 75 customers, it's 75 to make it fair. We're doing 75 randomly across the whole day. There's all sorts, a bit of Magic Dot, there's a bit of Janet Claire. Oh, I like that little one. Shine, Daisy Lane, Tango, look, Longshore by Janet Claire. It won't show up on your order when you check out because we will draw it at the end of the day. It will just come in your package with all your other order. 75 of you are going to win one of these little mini charm packs. And one of you is going to win this amazing fat quarter bundle. Now, I love these. A fat quarter bundle is a whole quilt. All of the fabrics go together beautifully. I mean, that's amazing. They're absolutely gorgeous. Love that. It's very spring, isn't it? 76 prizes in one day. Got to be our biggest giveaway. No, I don't think I've ever seen 76 prizes in one day. And all you have to do is check out. Not put it in your basket, you've got to check out. That's all you have to do. And then you will just receive, if you're one of the winners, it will come as a little gift in your parcel. Right, let's have a look at what's coming up today. Well, obviously, it's Moda Day. So we'll be starting at 8 o'clock with We Love Moda pre-cut. So I've got jelly rolls, charm squares, layer cakes, and a beautiful, beautiful new Moda quilt kit, which is very limited. We could only get a few of them. We couldn't even demo it. We had so few of them, but I've got it all in the box to show you. Then, very excited by this, we have got Lynn Goldsworthy. Now, I've wanted to meet Lynn for a very long time. I've seen her designs. When I worked on Simply Sewing magazine, she always designed regularly for Today's Quilt. I used to see her designs on there. When I worked for Sewing Quarter, Lynn used to do exclusive designs for us. And we used to beg her on Sewing Quarter to go on air, but she said she was too shy and wouldn't do it. But she is now with Sewing Street and has agreed that she will come on, and has been for a while, obviously. But I've never got to meet her, so I'm so excited. She is the most fantastic, talented quilt designer, both in terms of technicality and colour choice as well. Absolutely amazing. So I'm so pleased to see her today. And not only that, she's got two brand new designs for us today. So the first one is the Joseph's Coat Quilt, using, obviously, Moda fabric. It's beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely love this. It's so achievable as well. It's the Sunshine and Blue Skies collection. It's beautiful. We've got instructions on their own. We've got the kit, the whole fabric to make it, and it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a really good price point for that size as well. Is it $52.99? $52.99 for that, all that fabric, and it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and really, really achievable as well. I think it's something that even if you're new to quilting, you could do this, which is great to know. You're going to absolutely love that one, and you're going to get to in action as well, and how she does it. Then at 10 o'clock, We Love Moda Fabric Collections. So with this one, we've got a whole host of different collections of, obviously, Moda fabrics for all different colours, styles, tastes. You'll love these. And anyone who's bought the early bird, you can use your Ivory fabric to go with them. Loads and loads of choice there. 11 o'clock, Lynn will be back with another brand new quilt, Vintage Stars. How nice is that? Gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely love it. Now, we've got it as well in 3 colourways. This is just one of them. And you're going to love the quilting on this. As soon as I saw it, I said, how did you do that? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The quilting is amazing. It's like, it almost looks hand-done. How did you do that? We'll have a look at that. It's 12 weight Orifil, and it looks like it's been hand-quilted. That's it. I'm going, after this show, I'm going to buy myself some 12 weight Orifil. And we have got a box, we found some. Honestly, it looks like hand quilting. It's that weight of thread, amazing. There's 3 different colourways of that, and we've got instructions. And then in the last hour, it's We Love Moda Fabrics, obviously, where we've got a whole mixture of different fabrics, from extra wides to pre-cuts to fabric to everything. We are showcasing Moda today. I mean, what I love about Moda, you know the quality, you know it's fantastic quality, you know that it's going to sew well, press well, cut well. Also, they are the design house there. They have obviously loads of different designers who work for them, including our very own Jack Claire. Well, it's not our very own, but we feel like she's our very own because we see her lots. But they are very specific in how they choose their fabrics and how the colours go together. Absolutely love them, which is why I've got my quilt hung up today. French General, Moda, quintessential Moda is French General. And we've got some of the French General fabric today, and I've got the pattern for the quilt. So I thought, I had to hang it up. It's got to be Moda backdrop for the Moda day, doesn't it? Anyway, I'd love it if you got in touch with me today to share your Moda pictures, stories, what you've done, or anything really. Just tell me what you're doing. What are you doing? Going shopping? What's your day looking like? Message to the studio at sewingstreet.com. Hannah will play your messages on the screen. And as many as you can, obviously. I have to say that, but most of them. Or message me on Facebook. And when I find the iPad, I will read them out to you. When Dan gets back downstairs and he realises I've unfolded all his fabric, he can find the iPad for me at the same time. Message to the studio on Facebook is Sewing Street TV. We would love to hear from you today. Now, shopping, very important shopping. We've got so many things for you to buy. It's important to know how to buy them. So there's two ways to do this. You can do this on the phone, 0800 001 4433. The number will be on the screen all day. Completely free phone number. It's based just upstairs from us. Really useful if you don't want to order on the internet, or if you've mixed up your order and you can't remember what the code was, and have I bought the red one or the blue one? It's free phone, it's UK. Call the number and you can put your orders through there, or they can help you with your ordering. Or go onto the website, sewingstreet.com. This is probably the easiest way, just because you've got pictures, you can see what you're buying. When you go onto sewingstreet.com, this is what you'll see. Click on Watch Live, that's at the top. And then when you scroll down there, this is where you can message. You'll also see then everything coming up on today's show. Those are all the things that I haven't talked about yet. We used to call it pre-order, but this is where you can get ahead. It's all there. You can buy before I talk about it. Now, many of these prices will be going down, but if you check out now, don't worry, you will be charged the lowest price that we do today. Sometimes we drop the price once, sometimes twice, sometimes even 3 times, but whatever happens, you will be charged the lowest price. But it's a really good way of you getting ahead, so you can see what we've got, and then if you're popping out later and you want a bit of that French General, you will be able to. So there's like the sunshine and blue skies fabric. We've got extra wides. That's nice. Oh, is that a canvas? Oh, that's nice. That fabric we've got in quilting weight and a canvas. How cool, you could make a bag, couldn't you, with the matching lining and have it in the same fabric. We've got lots of extra wides as well. Look at all these collections. It's a plethora of a multitude of Moda today. Don't forget the competition. Everybody who shops today will be put into the draw to win this amazing fat quarter bundle, all Moda fabrics. That would be a lovely baby quilt, actually, wouldn't it? With all those colours. Spring quilt. Biggest giveaway ever, 76 prizes. We've also got 76 mini charm square packs. They will be chosen at random across the day to make it fair for everyone. So if someone's gone to work today, they're not until 5, they check out, you will still be in the prize draw. You don't have to do anything. You'll just be put in the draw. If you win, it won't come up on your order because we'll choose it at midnight, but you will just have a little, if you're a winner, you'll have a little surprise charm square in your order. And then they all are, all sorts. They're so cute, aren't they? And when you win, whoever wins, send us a picture of what you make with it. Little challenge. What are you going to make from your charm square? Looks beautiful as EPP. Beautiful EPP. But they also look lovely, just sewn together, just little patchwork. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You'd make a little tote bag with them, couldn't you? Take them on holidays. Nice little cosmetic purse. Beautiful, aren't they? Really, really sweet. Right, let's talk about Moda. Why do we love Moda? We love Moda because it's amazing quality. We love it because it has fantastic designs. It presses, it sews, it cuts really, really well. You can tell the quality. But it's also the design level, how lovely it is. Absolutely gorgeous. And that's why we thought we had to, at some point this year, because it's their 50th year, we needed to celebrate by having a whole day dedicated to Moda. Oh, we got a picture from Sue. I made this for my friend's 60th birthday using a Moda fat quarter pack and an amber base design. Oh, yes. That's the curvy log cabin. That looks amazing, Sue. Oh, that's... See, it's interesting. See, there's a fat quarter pack. A whole fat quarter pack makes a whole quilt. That's the curvy... Oh, look, another one from Sue. Another French general fan. I made this quilt for my daughter's 30th birthday. Pattern from Totally Patch using French general. See, that's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So it does show how different Moda does, doesn't it? That you've got, you know, those really pretty pastels to the depths of the reds and the linens and the creams in the French general. Gorgeous. Please do keep sending in pictures of your Moda makes, because it's really inspiring for all of us to see what you make. Right, let's have a look at this quilt kit. Now, I'm just warning you, we are very limited in quality. No, we're not limited in quality. God, that was a bad, strong message. We are very limited in quantity, but we are not limited in quality. There is no limit to the Moda quality. Dear. Yeah, don't put that in my show reel. Yes, we are limited in quality today. We are not limited in quality. It is the quantity. Now Hannah and Bruce are really laughing. Really laughing. I'm only 19 minutes in. Right, let me show you some pictures of the finished quilt. The finished quilt is a 68-inch by 68-inch square. And look at it. It's beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Right, we only have 16 of these kits. I do love a quilt kit, a quilt hung over a fence. They look fabulous, don't they? I just think I don't know why, quilts always look great hung over fences. So 68 inches square, and the whole kit will come in this box, and we only have 16. But we managed to secure an amazing price. So let's have a look at the price. Now, first of all, we've got on 3-way split pay, which is great, isn't it? So it means that you can split the cost in 3 ways, and we won't charge you to do that, and we won't charge you any interest. So it just is a good way of spreading the cost. And then let's have a look at the kit, and then we'll tell you what it's going to cost. Let's use the card to say thank you so much for choosing Moda Fabrics. So you've got all the instructions. It's designed by Corey Yoder from Coriander Quilts. Oh, I like all the little stars. So these are the fabrics in the kit. All gorgeous Modas. So what do we get in here? Well, we get a bundle. It includes, so actually it's got all the fabric for the quilt top and the binding. Look at these fabrics. They are so pretty, aren't they? Now, this is a layer cake. Look at it. Isn't it pretty? It's such a rainbow of colours. It's bright, it's cheerful. You've got the white and the print. You've got lovely coral, tangerine, pale tangerine. Oh, look at that lovely apple green with cherries all over it. Gorgeous. That is very pretty, isn't it? Look at all of these prints. That's what makes the stars that are in the designs. When you see all these little stars, they're made from all of these prints. So it gives it a real sort of homespun feel, but with these beautiful, fresh prints. Oh, look at these. I love the blues as well. And I think you need this variety of prints in order to get that really lovely star patchwork feel. Without this number of prints, you wouldn't get that effect. I mean, they're so fresh, aren't they? Beautiful. Love the cherry one. And then we've got pinks and spots. And I love this. They've put in like a dark sort of olivey brown. Aren't they beautiful? That's gorgeous. What a lovely layer cake. So you've got all of those. Then, obviously, you need the fabric for the background. but not plain background, no. So, for the blue bits, this is the blue. It's not a plain. Beautiful things come together one stitch at a time. So these fabrics are designed by Corey Yoder as well. Look at those. You see, when you look at the picture, the little one, it just looks like they're plain blue, but it's beautiful fresh. So you've got these large squares in the centre in that beautiful blue print. I think this is a beautiful kit. Then, for the actual border, so that goes all around the edge, this border, you've got this lovely print. That actually is one of the prints that's in the layer cake. So you've got this beautiful border print. That's gorgeous, isn't it? I think it's really nice when you use sort of a bold print like this that's nicely spaced for a border of a quilt. It just gives it a really nice finish. And then the background, which looks like white in here, it's not a solid white. It's hard. Thank you, Dan. I think if I open it and show you like one layer. So can you see it's like a white on white print? It's hard to see, isn't it? But instead of a plain white, so that's for the background area. So the whole quilt is made from print, Moda, and even the background is a white on white print. So it's actually the same print as this blue, exactly the same, only it's white. When you get yours home, you'll be able to see it better. Actually, you can see it better now. I've put it onto the blue. You can see the white on white. So you've got all of that fabric. You've got all of the white on white that's for the background. You've got all of the beautiful print border. And then you've got the blue. And then you've got the layer cake. Now, let's have a look at price. Let's have a look at price, because I think we need to do a little crash on that, because we only have 16 of these. Third of the stock is in baskets, and everybody is waiting to see what our Moda special price is. This is what the quilt looks like. It's a 68-inch square, which is 173 centimetres. Perfect. Now, if we weren't celebrating for Moda, I mean, what would we regularly do? Right, so normally, if it wasn't our Moda celebration, we normally like to keep our prices competitive. £159.99, so £40 off. That's a great price. But we've secured a limited number, and because we could only have a few, we've managed to secure an even specialer. Can you say that? Specialer, an even more special price of £134.99. Wow. For the lucky 16 of you that check out, £134.99. When everyone checks out, we're on single figures. £134.99. That's an amazing price, isn't it? £134.99. It's all Moda. You've got a whole layer cake here of all these 10-inch squares. £65 saving. Right, we've got 7 left. There are more than 7 in baskets. £65 saving to make this beautiful Moda quilt. Full instructions, 6 left. Look, everything you need to know, it's all in there. Nice diagrams. Look at nice diagrams. Nice colour diagrams as well. There we go. 5 left. That's about to sell out. Well done for all of you who've got that. Well, I mean, if you manage to get anything in these are made in Moda hours, well done. Poor Danny's going to fill that up as well. Oh, but at least it's all in one place. Right. Oh, that was a bit louder than I thought. How about a confetti fat quarter pack? Now, the good thing about the Moda is it always comes wrapped up in this lovely Moda ribbon, so do keep that, because it's a very nice drawstring for a little bag, or it's very nice to sew on the edge of a quilt, because it's actually like a tape measure. So keep that. These are all fat quarters, and you get 12 of them. Look at how pretty they are. I'll show you them all and then I'll open one up so you can see what it is. A fat quarter, if you're new to this, and what am I talking about, is it's American Moda, so it's half a yard of fabric cut in half. So a yard 36, so it's 18 inches, and then you cut it in half across the width. So I think they always work out as 18 by 22 inches. Look at all of these. So they're all spots, but you see the gold on these, it's all metallic. So there's a little bit of shimmer. Oh, I like that one. So this is what a fat quarter looks like. And they're really clever because they're ombre. Look at that. So useful for your stash because if you want to use the whole piece of fabric, it's gorgeous. Tumbling blocks would be amazing. I mean, I think, you know, for the front of a tote bag, you could use one of these because you've got the dark going up to the light, haven't you? You could like have the turquoise one on one side and then put this sort of peachy, orangey colour on the other side. Oh, that one actually would be nice. They're all ombre. They're all 100% cotton. They're all fat quarters, 18 by 22 inches, and you're getting all of these colours. Oh, this is so lovely. So let's have a little price crash. $3.99 a fat quarter, which is amazing for Moda. For Moda designer fabric, $47.88. That's $3.99 for a fat quarter. Remember, all the gold is metallic on there. This is the size of it. I love it. That's my favourite one, I think. It's nice to have a bit of white in there because then that will go with all of them. So whether you want to make a whole quilt from them, whether you want to make bags or cushions or lots of little cosmetic bags, or thinking, I'll get this now and I'm going to make all my Christmas presents. Everyone can have a gift bag in this Moda confetti this year. Quite nice to have, isn't it? Or make just loads of gift bags and then you've got them ready for when you want to give someone a present with all of these, 12 of them. I mean, you can only make 2 gift bags from one fat quarter, to be honest. $47.88. That's fantastic, isn't it? Should we go again? We're celebrating, and this is a bit of a celebration fabric. It feels confetti, doesn't it? It feels celebration. Let's have another. Right, let's take off everything that we can before we get in trouble. We're already at $3.99 a fat quarter, but we're going to go lower. We're going to go low. We are going to $43.99. $43.99. Just over, tad over £3.50 for a fat quarter, which is fabulous. I mean, these are so usable, aren't they? Should we have a look? Oh, look at that one. Now you've got to decide which you like the best, because actually they go together really well, don't they? I mean, these could be just one project, but I'm thinking get them in your stash. You're going to use these in more than one project. I love the fact that you've got that gold shimmer on. I think it's really clever, the ombre effect. The fact that if you want several shades of blue in a design, you've got all of those shades in there. I mean, they're all gorgeous, aren't they? And it's beautiful quality, because obviously it's Moda. Oh, nice corally one. I love this one. I mean, it's a really good nod to how great Moda are to have been going for 50 years. If they didn't have the quality and the level of design, they wouldn't be going this long, would it? I mean, Lynn and I were having a bit of a Moda loving this morning. God, I love Moda fabric. I love Moda fabric. It's brilliant, isn't it? Just love it. And then we had a bit of a French general moment. We do. I love Moda. Well, the good thing I think about Moda is that you know that the quality is always going to be great. When you get it home, you know it's going to be good. And also, I think I sort of have this trust for Moda. I sort of feel like I know if it's Moda, the design is going to be very considered and very thought through. When they put collections together, they don't just chuck anything in. It's very considered. I know, having spoken to Janet Clare, when she does her collections with them, she produces lots and lots of designs, and then they are very selective about what they have. And then they go, well, I like that one, but that needs changing, and that, you know, their actual design house, because obviously they have designers who are freelance for them, but their design houses are the people who put it together. That's Then that one, the last one, just finishes it off. It's just a white with all the spots, and it goes with all of them. So that is all of that. For only $43.99, you're getting all of that fabric. 12 fat quarters, so that's 3 meters. 3 meters of fabric at $3.66 a fat quarter. It's a very, very good value for money. I think they are beautiful. You're going to love those. Half of the stock's gone. Half of the stock is gone. And remember, everyone who's bought something today is entered in the draw for Moda's 50th today. Gorgeous. That's the prize. Those are the little charm packs. 75 people will be entered in the draw. It's got to be our biggest giveaway. We have had 76 prizes. 76 prizes in one day. I think that's our biggest giveaway. And what I like is that it's done at random. It's not just the first people to buy. It's all done at random as well. So there we go. Right. Do check out on those. Oh, we've got some more Moda makes. And these are lovely. Oh, this is from Alison. Oh, she's done Delphine's Highland. Oh, that's Daisy Cow, isn't it? Daisy Cow. And the puffins. Oh, they look beautiful, don't they? Oh, thank you for those, Alison. And we've got another picture as well. These are some of my Moda makes quilt using the Moda Jolie fabric and Carolyn Forster's hand-sewn quilt book, as well as 2 of Delphine's applique patterns using scraps of the same fabric, all bought from Sewing Street. Alison, those are gorgeous. I love that fabric. That's beautiful. See, that's the thing about Moda. The colour, there's all different colours in there, but it all blends together. That is a beautiful quilt, Alison. You should be very proud of that. I love that. Anyway, do check out on this confetti fabric because it's beautiful, isn't it? Well done if you've managed to get that and made that amazing price saving as well. Lots and lots. Oh, let me just hand that to Dan. He's smiling at me. The folktale dot, this one. Oh, this is lovely as well. This is what it looks like. So it's a jelly roll. Now we're allowed to call it, so normally we have to say design rolls if it's not Moda, because Moda calls their design rolls, they were the original people, they're called jelly rolls. That was their name for them. A jelly roll is a jelly roll strip. It's 2.5 inches width of fabric cut across the whole width of the fabric. So it'll be 2.5 inches by 44 inches. They are brilliant for using for things like Bargello. There's lots of designs using jelly rolls. They're really good for joining together and using for binding. They make really good bag straps and handles, but you can just use them for piecing. They're great for log cabin because they're exactly the right width. They're all 2.5 inches. They're all cut nicely so that you know they've even got the little pinked edges as well. Loads and loads of different people write books and patterns for jelly rolls, so they are so useful, but great for quilt binding. Again, keep your tape measure ribbon. Now this is the design roll. Now this is our normal price point, $59.99. This is what our normal design rolls cost. So here's the price comparison just to show we're being fair. Oh, they're $48.95. Oh, for exactly the same one. And we are very careful about keeping our price comparisons. We can't always do it, but we do price compare as much as we can, and we make sure we match prices, or we go lower. So let's match them. £48.95. That's like £11 off. Wow. But we're not going to stop there because we're celebrating. So we're going to match that price. We only have 28 of these now. So let's go lower because we're celebrating. $42.99. $42.99 instead of $59.99. And look at these. So they're all spots. We've got like light red, dark red, pale pink. Oh, that's strawberry, isn't it? Pale orange. Oh, I love that mustard. They've all got little spots on. You've got pistachio, olive, evergreen, sky blue, denim blue, navy blue, taupe, cappuccino. I mean, jelly roll race, they'd be brilliant, wouldn't they? I love that one. That's like a Christmassy one with little red and green spots. You've got white on white spots, dark coloured spots, neutral spots. I mean, they are beautiful, aren't they? So you could use them for log cabins, split them up into half lights, half darks. Be brilliant for them. Multi-buy if you want to make a big log cabin quilt, because they would look beautiful. But also, right, only 23 left, only 23 of these left, £42.99. Amazing. We have taken £17 off the price, brand new to us today. But even joining them in strips, one above the other, and then just making them into bags always looks fantastic. But again, lovely for that scrappy binding. You don't need the whole thing as well. For if you want to do a really big, like, Super King bed, you need 11 strips. I worked that out the other day. What I like to do is cut mine into 10 inches. So I cut each one into 4 and then join them all up. So you just get 10 inches. And if you get 11 strips and you cut them into 10 inches, it will do a big double bed. It's like a king size bed quilt. Because I'm always trying to work it out. Right, we have got fewer than 20 left now. £17 saving. Aren't they beautiful? But even bag handles. They're perfect, aren't they? What you can do is, if you want a narrow bag handle, just fold one of them in half and sew it together. If you want a wider one, then sew two together. Choose different ones, though, just for the fun of it. Put a red and a green one together and have one on one side and one on the other. And then if you want it a bit thicker, you could put wadding inside or put some webbing through it. There's just so many things that you can do with these. These are good. Yeah. These are going down. We'll keep this one around, so we'll show you later. I'll let you know how we're going with stock, but it is getting limited now, so we'll keep that one. This is another jelly roll called Kansas Trouble. That's a great name. Now we're going to let's match the price. Let's drop it straight down. If you've already checked out on this, and I know lots of you have, you will always pay the lowest price. This is brilliant. I love this. You'll know, if you're a quilter, you'll know why you want all of these creams. I think this is brilliant. Again, do you know what I would do? I would definitely make a log cabin with this. And I'd have all of my lights in these beautiful cream shades. And then I would choose one colour dark. It could be red, it could be navy, it could be a dark green. I mean, we've got some French generals on at 12. So if you look at this quilt log cabin, use these cream, because these are 2.5 inches wide, 2 inches sewn. These are 2.5 inches. Then you just need to buy the other colour. It could be navy, it could be red. So you've got a whole choice. You could, and I've seen this, one day I'm going to do it, it's beautiful, where you make log cabin in just neutrals, but you choose darker neutrals and lighter neutrals. So the effect isn't as varied, but it's so beautiful. So you've got all different sorts. The prints are very small on them, so that they are really in relation to the size. They're all 2.5 inches. If you're a quilter, you'll know. You'll just know. They're gorgeous. Again, it makes a lovely quilt binding, especially if you've got quite a bold quilt. It's quite nice sometimes to bind it with a lighter fabric like this. Over half of the stock has gone now. So I love this. We've got like this leafy print. Then we've got a little bitsy print. We've got one of those, what's that quilting pattern called? There's a name for this. It'll come to me in a minute. That way you go round and round. Vermicelli. Then we've got like a little ditsy floral print. Tiny little leaf print. You've got several of each of them. They're not all different. So actually this is asking to be a log cabin, isn't it? Whether it's a curvy one or whether it's a straight one. Or any of those, things like if you do like courthouse steps, it'd be quite nice in that. And then looking really pretty prints. So I think you've got 4 of each of the prints, and they're all in really shades of like deep cream, brand new today. We've never had it before. And remember, they come with free ribbon. We've got loads and loads of treats to celebrate Moda's 50th birthday today. Don't forget, everyone who shops with us today, when you check out, you will be entered into the competition to win. One person will win this amazing fat quarter bundle, and then 75 of you chosen in random across the day will be put into the draw to win the Moda mini charms. Right, now if you love that fabric, you're going to love it as a layer cake. Look at this. So, now, layer cake, as you see, we have to be careful sometimes because Moda invented these names and other people do these 10-inch charm packs. So we have to be careful. So because it's Moda, we can call them layer cakes. So a layer cake, basically, are 10-inch cut squares. They've all got beautiful pinked edges to stop them fraying. And different brands do different numbers. But I think there's 42 in this. Right, there are 42. Some brands do 40. There's 42 in this, and again, it's all of these beautiful light prints. Let's match, if you love this collection, let's match the price to the design roll, $42.99. But do you know what? You could get both. You could get both, couldn't you? You could do your main design using the layer cake. You could use the design roll for the jelly roll for sashing. Sashing looks beautiful in it, or use it for binding because it's just the right width for sashing as well, isn't it? So you've got all of these beautiful prints. Aren't they lovely? That's gorgeous, isn't it? So you've got that I remember the name now, the vermicelli prints. So if you love this, if you love that one, then get this one. $42.99. Now there's loads and loads of different designs out there for these layer cakes, but it's quite simple. You can just keep it as simple as possible and just join them together. I mean, maybe if you've bought this jelly roll, you could use this. You could use this for the sashing. Simple as simple. Sashing with this. Use this just as the main thing. You don't even need to do really any piecing. Depends what effect you want to create. But I think it's also quite nice to have all of these neutral fabrics as well. And they are beautiful, and they all blend together as well. And I like the fact that none of them are plain. They've all got a print on. $42.99 for that. Amazing, amazing price. I absolutely love those. Now, talking about neutrals, the early bird completely sold out. But we do have another Ivory bundle. We've called it backing. Is it this one here? We've called it backing. It's the same width. It's Rose and Hubble Ivory fabric. And we put it together to back a quilt originally. But it's a 3.5 metre bundle. Same as we did, it's the same fabric as we did for our early bird, only it's 3.5 metres. And at the moment, it's got a £3 saving. When we put it together for a quilt, we took £3 off it. But what we're going to do, for all of you who missed out, is we are going to match the price per metre, or half metre, whatever. We're going to match the price per half metre that we did for the 4 metre bundle. Obviously, it'll be less because it's 3.5 metres. So we've only got a few of these, but for a handful of you, for all of those of you who missed out, 3.5 metres of ivory fabric, £23.52. That works out as £3.36 for half a metre for the ivory fabric. So maybe you've bought other Moda fabric, you wanted to get this, but you missed out on the early bird. I mean, wouldn't it look lovely with the dot design roll, you see? This is the thing with ivory, is it goes so well. You haven't got, sometimes you need white, don't you? But sometimes you don't want the starkness of it. Look. Look at these. Doesn't the blue, I love that blue. Right, there's only 2 of these left now. There's only 2 of these left, so well done to all of you. But the design roll, if you've got the ivory, goes beautifully with it, doesn't it? And what's lovely about the design rolls, you don't have to use the whole thing. Maybe you just want to use those 2. Depending on the design that you're doing. That's so lovely. Look at that. the red, because the red is on the outside on the image in the web, but when you look at those three blues, you've got all of the colours here. Maybe you want to keep a couple for Christmas. You keep the red and the green, or maybe you just like the greens. You could take out the pinks you want. Maybe you want those three shades of green together. There's so much in here. It's brilliant. It's amazing. I think, it's a rainbow, but it's a nice sort of muted, soft rainbow. And you forget about the colours in the side. And then you can really join them together. So you could go, well, actually, what I love is navy and mustard. Beautiful, aren't they? There's so much going on in here. It's a good design roll to have. Jelly roll, we can say jelly roll. Right, I've also got a 5-inch charm pack of this collection here, of the Magic Dot. Right, we've got a good stock of this. Some things we don't. So let me show you. Look at the colours. So we've got like a bright red. And now these are the colours that are in the design roll as well. So if you want to see what that design roll is going to look like, the same colours. So maybe you want to get look, there are 2 of each of these as well, of these colours. So we've got light pink. That's a real that's like a strawberry frappe, isn't it? I love a strawberry frappe. Oh, I love that. You've got, that's pistachio, isn't it? Sage, olive. Love that blue. I mean, I love this because it is rainbow, but it's a really soft rainbow, and the navy. But then you've got these neutrals at the end. So you've got like a pale beige, you've got a cappuccino, and then I like the whites because you've got a white with red and green dots, which goes really well with the red and the green. You've got a white on white dot. It looks hard to see there, but that is a white on white dot. You've got a dot with the blue and the red, and then you've got a dot with the green, a dot with the pale beige, and then a black dot. All of that, there are 2 of each of those, so it's double that, $19.99. No. Sorry, Hannah just said no. No way. $12.99. $12.99 for all of those. There's loads of different designs that you can have for charm packs. People make quilts with them, they make cushions, they make bags. You can just use little bits of them for fussy cutting. I mean, you can see there's only 2 of each. There's 2 of each colour. So maybe you think, well, I really like these blues, so I'm just gonna make something with the blues. And you think, all right, well, I could put another colour. Well, I could put another colour in there, couldn't I? So see, look at those. They're lovely together, aren't they? Which other one would I have? Maybe that one. So that would just be your blues that are in it. Maybe you love the reds that are in it. You've got a nice selection of reds and oranges here. I like the fact that you've got the red and the dark red. Oh, actually, that one has got, some of them have got 3. I've just realised. I really like the strawberry crush. So just lay them out. Maybe you just want to make a table runner. You could use all of them. You could start and do it in a whole rainbow from one end to the other, couldn't you? There are lots of you multi-buying these. See, and then you could go, oh, well, actually, do you know what? I'm going to take a couple of the whites and I'm going to swap them in with a couple of the little whites. Yeah, see, the problem is, on the website, all you can see is one red square. You can't really see them all. But look at all of these that you're getting. Hours of fun with this. I'd think, oh, I'm going to get them all out. And you see, you don't have to do anything fancy with them, do you? But there's so many things you can do. You can make half square triangles with them. You can make quarter square triangles with them. You can make flying geese with them. You can join them all together and then fold them in half and I've made bag straps and handles with them. They work really well if you, you know, if you're doing half square triangles. How nice do they look? Half square triangles. You could do pinwheels. Look, see? Right, we have got more of you. There's more in baskets than we've got left. All right, let's finish off my pinwheel. You see, when you're doing designs like this, you don't even need to cut them. Have a play like this and think how it works and think, what do I like? And then you remember what your pinwheel's supposed to look like. Oh, yeah. I've got one of them wrong. Which one's wrong? I bet you were watching going, that way, left. There we go. There we go, see? So you could just audition them like that, can't you? You could think, well, actually, I want a little bit more of a contrast, so I'll put a grey in instead. That's quite nice, isn't it? And then, you know, imagine keeping going. So what I would do is I'm going to do a pinwheel, is make 2 half square triangles. So sew a line down draw a line down the centre and sew 1/4 inch either side of it. Cut down the line, and then you'll have 2 half square triangles. Make the whole lot into half square triangles and then just join them all together. That could be pinwheels. You could use the broken dishes, which is where you make one pinwheel and then turn the other one on its side. That's a lovely effect. How about the blues? Blues and navies. Look lovely, don't they? All of it's in there. You could even do 1/4 square triangles with them. Right, we have only got 10 left. 10 left. 10 left. When you've got yours and you make something amazing with it, but can you see now how I'm putting these together? How when you start, if you move from, put the reds with the peaches and then the peaches with the blues and the blues with the greens, the whole thing goes together. I think it was absolutely beautiful. Multiply if you want to make something big, but I'd go half square triangles with this one, only because I've just done that now. It looks lovely. Only 6 of them left now. £12.99. Oh, this is how much our guest designers love Moda. Alison Marion, this is her rug, made with a Moda jelly roll, fabric wrapped around cord. Beautiful fabrics to use. You're so right, Alison. I love that. That looks gorgeous. Yes, see, now you could use these charm squares for that. Also, the design rolls are brilliant for making those rugs. Now, don't forget, there's only 3 of these charm packs left now. Don't forget, everyone who shops today will be entered into the draw to win this beautiful Moda fat quarter bundle. Winner chosen at random. We've also got 75 of these Moda little baby charm square packs. Again, the winners will be chosen randomly across the day, and you will just, if you're a winner, you'll just get one of them in your pack. You do have to check out to go into the prize draw. But that's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything. When you receive it, it won't come up on your order because we'll do the draw at the end of the day. They'll just be popped into your order at random if you are a winner. So thank you so much for stepping with me for this hour. We've got more Moda treats to come throughout the rest of the day. We've got more charm packs, more layer cakes, more pre-cuts, more half pieces, everything. But coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we've got the lovely, talented Lynn Goldsworthy, amazing, who's going to be demonstrating this amazing quilt kit. You've got all of the fabric for the top and the binding and full instructions, $52.99. So while we have a few minutes to have a break, do get ahead on pre-order because once that's gone, it's gone. We have also got instructions on it. It's an amazing quilt. You are really going to enjoy making it. So don't go anywhere. I'll see you back here in a few minutes' time with Lynn, who's going to show you how to do it.
Sewing Street's Designer Block competition is back. Use the fabric on our bespoke panel to make your very own quilt block masterpiece. 12 lucky winners will be announced on Friday the 20th of June. Each winner will receive a £100 credit to your Sewing Street account. Your block will be proudly exhibited at the Festival of Quilts 2025. Tune in for the launch this Wednesday for Sewing Street's Designer Block competition.
Never miss a show by watching on the go with the Sewing Street app. Head over to your App Store now and search Sewing Street and simply download to your smartphone or tablet. You can watch the shows live and see your favourite presenters and guests. Click on the Today button to shop all of the products that are featured in today's show. Want to know what's hot? Then click here to see today's bestsellers and highlights. Have you missed a show or want to watch one back? Then click the schedule button and you can go back 7 days to watch and shop, and you can also see what's coming up over the next 7 days. Want to say hello or ask a question to our guests? Then send a message to the studio. You can also keep in touch with all the latest news, events, product launches and much more by clicking here for our social media pages. Never miss a show by watching on the go with Sewing Street.
Hi everyone, Andy here, and I'm very excited to tell you about our next Craftopia event. It's taking place from Friday, May the 23rd to Sunday, May the 25th at the lovely Abbey Hotel in Redditch. 4 workshops with some of the best tutors available in the crafting world today, bringing you a little bit from all 3 of our channels. That's Hobby Maker, Jewellery Maker and Sewing Street. And what's even better, the price includes all your accommodation, all your workshops, all your meals, all your snacks and a goodie bag worth over £200. And this year, for the first time, we're excited to bring you Friday night crafting with lots of surprises in store. So your talented tutors for the weekend are Julie Peplow, introducing you to the world of card making, Carla Bagshaw, who'll be inviting you to make your own memory albums. We also have Catherine Rice, who'll be introducing you to hand sewing, and Debbie Kershaw, introducing you to the wonderful world of jewellery making. And here's the best part, you won't need to bring anything at all because everything is included. So you can join us for the entire weekend, or just part of it, or if you just want to come to the workshops, we've got ticket options for everyone. All you need to do is to visit the website and search out Craftopia, or you can email me directly, andy.love@hobbymaker.co.uk. As always, places are limited, so make sure you don't miss out and book your tickets now. And join us for the best craft weekend ever, from Friday, May the 23rd to Sunday, May the 25th. I look forward to seeing you there.
Did you know that we can deliver to over 20 different countries worldwide, spanning 4 continents from the UK to Australia? Check out our website for the list of countries and delivery costs. Sewing Street, stitching the world together. Did you know at Sewing Street that on various products we offer split pay? That means on certain items you can spread the cost over 2, 3, 4 or sometimes even 5 interest-free monthly payments. Just pay the first instalment when you purchase and you're away. So shop your way with split pay.
Missed a show on Sewing Street? Don't worry, you can catch up on all the action from the past week on our website. Just head over to sewingstreet.com and go to TV Guide and pick a day, then a show up to 7 days back from the Today tab. Looking for something older? Check out the Sewing Street YouTube page, where you'll find our full archive of shows anytime, anywhere. Stay inspired and keep sewing with Sewing Street.
Keep up to date with what's on Sewing Street, as well as all the latest news and special offers by signing up to our email newsletter. Go to sewingstreet.com and scroll down to the bottom of the homepage. Type in your email address and click the envelope. That's it. You'll never miss out on the latest news and special offers ever again. Looking for the perfect gift for the sewing enthusiast in your life? The Sewing Street gift card is just the thing. Choose between a physical card delivered to their door or a convenient e-gift sent straight to their inbox. It's easy, just head to the Sewing Street website, scroll to the bottom of the page, click Gift Cards, or use your smartphone, scan the QR code and go straight there. Pick the amount you'd like to load onto the card, and that's it. The Sewing Street gift card, the gift of creativity made simple.
Shopping with Sewing Street couldn't be easier. You can shop via our website at www.sewingstreet.com, where you can watch our live shows and see all the products from that day. We also have a huge amount of products on our website, from your sewing room essentials to fabrics, sewing machines and much more. You can download and shop on the go with our Sewing Street app. Simply head over to your app store and search Sewing Street. Alternatively, you can contact our UK-based call centre 24 hours a day on 0800 001 4433. Shopping made easy at Sewing Street.
Morning, welcome back to Sewing Street and our celebrating Moda today. Moda is 50 years old. 50 years this year. They're doing loads of celebrations for it, and so are we. We've even got a special competition for you today. Everyone who shops today will be entered into the prize draw once you've checked out to win this amazing fat quarter bundle. Gorgeous. A winner will be chosen at random, and you will have it in your parcel. Not only that, it is 50 years. It's not just like 10 years or something. We've also got 75 of these mini charm packs. Beautiful. All different ones. We've got like Janet Claire one, there's a Magic Dot one, there's Tango, all different ones. The winners will be chosen at random across the day. So whether you check out now, you've already checked out, you check out at 11 o'clock tonight, the winners will be chosen, and you'll just have it popped into your parcel if you're winning. It won't come up on your order because we won't do the draw till midnight. You'll just have it popped to your parcel. I think Hannah and I are pretty sure this is our biggest ever prize draw. 76 prizes. 76 prizes in one day. Amazing. Just for shopping. That's all you have to do is check out. You will be put into the prize draw. And one lucky person will win the whole fat quarter bundle. How excited would you be to win that? It's beautiful. Hannah's just had a lovely email. Is it from one of your friends, Hannah? Oh, I like that. I just wanted to drop you a quick note to say thank you so much for the amazing prize I won during the birthday week. I only got around to opening it yesterday. I am so thrilled with it. Thank you all so much for the fabulous shows you put on every day. You all work so hard. I feel every day is a school day, always learning so much. Thank you again. Keep up the great work you all do. Many thanks from Anne. Oh, well, that's fab, because we give out these prizes and then they go off and you never know who's got them and what they're going to do with them. But it's really lovely to have your feedback. Really, really nice. I've had a lovely message on Facebook from Brenda this morning. Morning all from sunny Newcastle. A day off, so I'm spending the morning watching Sewing Street. I love Moda. I don't think my bank will like me today. Yeah, well, Brenda, just don't tell them. Just don't tell them. You know, just press the shop checkout button really quickly. Or I used to, one of my friends when I was at uni, Kath, used to make me laugh. Remember the days when we all had cheques? And Kath always used to say, if you pay by cheque, it's free. I still use that adage today. So if you press the checkout button, it's free. It's free. It's free. She always used to say that. I used to say to her, you haven't got any money. She goes, yeah, but if you pay by cheque, it's free. Love that one. Very irresponsible, but funny. Right, this bundle, which is in front of my jar, is to make the amazing quilt kit. So I'm going to do the kits, and then we can show you the kit, and we'll talk to Lynn. So price straight in. This is an amazing price, $52.99. $52.99. Sorry, I thought I dropped something then. For the whole kit, and it is 58 inches square. That's an amazing price, because this isn't just plain fabric, you know, this is Moda fabric. So you've got full instructions, and then you've got all this beautiful Moda fabric. It's gorgeous. Look at this. Isn't that lovely? Beautiful. So that's for all the flowers and all the petals, and then the little squares as well. And then you've got ivory. Yeah, ivory for the background. And then you've got, what blue is this one? I can never remember what it's called.
Very good question.
What is it?
That's a really good question.
It's got a special
It's
name.
Rose and Hubble, but what it is?
Copen, royal blue, Copen.
Well done.
And you get that, that's for the binding. So you've got all of the fabric for the front of the quilt and the binding as well. Let's see the quilt. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I'm coming over.
You're coming round.
Morning, Lynn. Morning.
Nice to be here with
Yes,
you.
really nice. I'm
Our
so
first time
it is
together.
really excited to meet you as well, because I've spent so long talking about your designs, doing them, seeing them, reading
you.
about them.
Thank you.
Finally get to meet you. Amazing. Amazing. You're so lucky here, but you wish you guys weren't here, because you get to meet all the cool people.
And we get to play with the Moda
We
fabric.
do.
Except we don't get to take it home, which
No,
is
which is
disappointing.
really a real shame. As
Yeah.
much as you think you're going to put it in your
I
pocket.
know, I'd like to.
But no, they take it off you. So what's the inspiration behind your quilt design?
So I love a Joseph's coat quilt, which is the quilt that you make when you'd have this bit here, but just repeated across the
Oh, is
whole
that the
quilt.
pattern?
Yes,
Right,
you know when it
okay.
goes over the whole quilt. But that's a huge amount of work. So I thought, well, maybe I could take that and just make it less work. So make it into stars rather than covering the whole quilt. And then also it's raw edge appliqued. And that means that rather than making it like you would have done in the olden days where every single petal was hand appliqued, it's basically cutting and sticking. So if you want a really quick, easy quilt to make, it's just cutting and sticking basically.
And these fabrics, sunshiny.
I know,
pretty,
summery,
lovely.
and this is my favourite print. I also like this
Oh,
one.
I love that.
I
so
love that.
this design itself is Joseph's coat.
So that's Joseph's coat.
Right.
So it's that sort of repeating circles that traditionally would go across the whole quilt. But I just thought, actually, make it a bit simpler, make it stand out.
Yeah, no,
so
and
that
it
it
looks
looks
like
like something
blue,
different.
doesn't
Yes,
it?
exactly. It looks kind of summery and
This
sunshiny.
could be a bit of a beginner's quilt then, couldn't it?
This is totally a beginner's quilt because it is cutting and sticking. I mean, it's
Right,
not
okay.
complicated piecing. There's no foundation paper piecing. The hardest thing you've got to do is a bit of cutting out.
Right, okay.
We can all cut out. We
Yeah.
learned that at primary school.
So you just cut it out, sew
Yes.
around the edge.
Yeah.
And then you've quilted this on an ordinary machine.
Just
not
on a
long.
domestic machine, and it's not a huge quilt, so it's quite straightforward to quilt this on a domestic machine. You're not going to struggle with this because it's only 58 inches
And I
square.
like the way you've broken up the
Well,
background.
the print that had the little flowers, I thought it's not going to work in these bits
I
because it'll be
see.
lost because it's
Oh, let me
basically,
get
I
that
think
one.
I might have it here. Yeah, so it's this one here. And
you got one.
basically,
We
if I use
disappeared
that,
at the same time.
yeah, we both went to look for it. If you use that on the petals, then they'll get lost against
yeah.
the background. So I know I was thinking, oh, that would make lovely cornerstones.
No, it does actually.
Yeah, so they're so cute, aren't they? These little like.
And it really sort of breaks up. There's like, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
in the kit as well.
This is in the kit, yes, exactly. And we'll be talking
Wow.
about an easy way to fussy cut those when we get to that point.
There's only one colourway of this because it works.
Yes,
It
exactly,
works. It just
exactly.
works for this. We've only got one. Right, half of the stock is gone. Now, you obviously get full instructions as well. I'll just go back to my desk a minute. So there's all of the fabrics that you get, including that special one that you use for the cornerstones. And you get full instructions here. This is scrap-friendly and beginner-friendly.
Yes.
There you go.
You could also make it with jelly rolls, you could make it with layer cakes, you could make it with all your lovely Moda pre-cuts.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's true, actually. Even all the little ones as well.
Yes, yes.
Good for jelly rolls. So this is the pattern that you'll get. It's got all of the information, you know, all the cutting out. It's also got the templates on the back.
Yes.
Which you will be needing
Yes.
for your items. So there's all the petals and the templates, all the layout, how to finish it, all the cutting out. So all of that, amazing price, $52.99. Right, got loads of you. Right, over 40 of you have got this in your basket. It's only one colourway because this fabric is beautiful. It makes what you've seen on the wall is exactly what this collection will make. It's beautiful. And once this kit is gone, we can't make more of this kit because we've had all the fat quarters cut specifically for it, so we can't have it done. Now, we do have some of the fabrics by the half metre on their own in the next hour, if you do miss out. But we've had it cut specially for this quilt, so once it's gone, it's gone. It's an amazing price. This could be your first quilt. If you don't like piecing, if you don't want seam matching and all of that, and you just want to do cutting and sticking and sewing, this is brilliant, isn't it? And you know, once you've got the pattern and the kit, you've got the pattern then, haven't you? So you can just make more of them. But you could do a smaller one, couldn't you? In fact, you could do cushions.
You totally could do this as a cushion, absolutely.
Yeah, it
or you
looked
could
beautiful.
do a quilt with just the 4, or you could do a table runner
Oh,
with
that's
3.
true. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so if you don't want to do it as big as that, I mean, you could make 9 cushions.
Yeah. In fact, there's plenty of fabric left over, so you could probably make more than 9
really?
cushions. Well, not background.
Yeah,
That's the ivory,
fine.
but the prints, yes,
Yeah, there's
you've
plenty
got
left.
fabric left over, so you could do more. You could do, I'm sure, don't quote me on this, you could do a quilt and a couple of cushions.
Linda says, is there enough fabric to do needle turn applique?
That is a good question. Off the top of my head, I haven't calculated it for that, so I can't guarantee it, but I am 99% sure that there is, because there is plenty of, plenty of fabric.
You don't
left
need
over.
a lot extra.
You don't need a lot extra. You really only need 1/4 of an inch either side and slightly longer. So I'm sure there is, but don't quote me on that.
Okay, yeah, most probably.
Most probably.
I'm sure there is. So I was just laughing at it, Hannah. Right, over half of the stock has gone now. Over half the stock, $52.99. It's an amazing price. It's a brilliant beginner's quilt. It's something that you can put down, come back to. You can get it all done in a few a couple of days, I should think.
I think you could get this done in a weekend. It really is. If you do the tracing when you're at your desk, then you do the cutting out when you're sitting in front of the telly. And telly time doesn't even count as sewing time. That's
Pauline
like free
says,
time.
sorry if I missed it, but what size is the finished quilt? It's
58 inches.
58 inches. Yeah, so you could, just sit in front of the telly, do all of the
Exactly, do
cutting
the
out.
cutting, because
Yeah,
that's, I
that's
always
true,
think of that as
actually.
kind of free time. Do you know what I mean? The things that you do when you're in the waiting room, in a traffic jam, obviously not if you're driving.
No, but travelling.
Yeah,
But you could,
so I think you could easily make this in a weekend. It's very quick to go together.
and also you can put it down, come back to it.
Yeah,
as well, can't you?
totally, totally. Have it in a little box on the side.
So
Come and go.
if seam matching is your bugbear,
You don't need to do it here.
It's not your thing.
Yep.
Then this is the quilt for you. The fabric is beautiful. It's all Moda fabric as well, with just some ivory background and some cope and blue for your binding as well. So keep on checking out for that. We have loads and loads of you within the basket. Now, if you'd like to buy just the instructions, these are the physical printed, will come to you in an envelope instructions. Maybe you want to use your own fabric. You can use your scraps. Maybe you've got Moda pre-cuts. Maybe you just want to make like a memory quilt of all the quilts you've ever made.
That's a great idea. Or a memory quilt with shirts or your baby's clothes or whatever. This would be brilliant for
It's
that.
only little bits.
Such a lovely idea.
You could do like one of the flowers, whatever they are, for like
Yeah.
each year.
Yeah, you could do. Or one for each child if you had 9
Yeah.
children.
Yeah, that's true. Or shirts. Or maybe it could be a memory, a celebration of everything you've ever made.
Yeah,
all those,
what a great
all
idea.
those bits we keep.
Yeah.
And you think, oh,
Because I've seen lots of memory quilts and I don't always love them because they don't hold together. But something like this, where you've got the background colour holding
Yeah,
it
that would
together,
bring it
you could
together,
throw
wouldn't
all the colours in. Yeah.
and you could have rainbows, so you could
Yes.
have rainbow ones going all the way
You
down.
could. You could have all the colours of the rainbow going across.
You just build it up. A bit like, when people do EPP and they make all their hexagons and then
Yes.
decide how to put
And
them
then
together.
decide.
You can make all your petals, couldn't you? And then go, right,
Yeah. Now it
What do I
work
do?
exactly because they could all go. Then you could play with layout.
it's beautiful. So what pre-cuts would be good?
So certainly you could do this with charm packs because these are 4 inches long. So even if you were doing the needle turn, you could go to 4.5 inches, so that would work.
Right.
You could do them with jelly rolls
Oh, yeah.
because those are less than 2.5 inches wide.
Okay.
You could do them with layer cakes because you could put them on like a sort of
that's
tin of
true,
sardines,
yeah.
if you know what I mean, onto a. So really, any pre-cuts you've got at home.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really useful. Yeah, because we always have ends of pre-cuts left, don't we?
You
as
do
well?
because you buy a lovely jelly roll and then there are the 5 pieces that you didn't use. And
Yeah,
they kind
no,
of
I'm
sit there.
gonna
Or
do
some
those.
people with their scraps, they cut them into 2.5 inch strips. So you've got almost like a stash of 2.5
Yeah.
inch strips, which I don't do, but is a great idea. And then
Yeah.
you just pull them out
Take them out, and then you can
Yeah.
like just make them and lay them all out and see how they
Yeah,
look.
exactly.
So $9.99, and that's for the physical instructions in a post in an envelope to you. If you're as impatient as I am, or you just want to print them out at home, maybe you've got all the fabric, you want to get started on it this afternoon. Then it's a nice afternoon. You don't want to be outside. You want to be inside sewing. Download it. Still $9.99. Download it. Print it out. Obviously, you have got templates on there. So when you print it, make sure you print it 100%. Your printer will tell
Absolutely.
It does tell you.
And there's a line on there for you to check so that you can measure the line to make sure you have.
I mean, some people prefer to read the instructions off their iPad or their computer. You don't need to print it out if you don't want to. You will need to print out the template.
Yeah, you will do. But actually, you said you should be inside sewing. You could do your cutting outside.
Yes, absolutely.
So you could do your tracing outside on the garden table.
Lovely.
Cutting outside.
Yeah,
Perfect day for it.
And then this evening, you can get it all sewn.
Exactly. Once it's dark, you can sit inside. Or if you insist on staying outside, you could do hand blanket stitch.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
I mean, that's very mindful.
We get a lot of people who say, I'm only a hand sewer, could I do this? This is a quilt that could be hand sewn. And I know we get a lot of people who say, can I hand sew? Yes, you could with this.
So you could do this two ways. You could either do it needle turn applique, or you could do it raw edge, so you fuse them on, but then hand blanket stitch.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
I love hand blanket stitch.
Now, you will need bond web with this.
You will, because that's the sticking part of the cutting.
You need 3.5 metres of bond web for it, so we've put the 5 metre roll in. So you will need bond web because you cut out the petals, you adhere them, and then you sew around them. So you will need some bond web for this. And that's it. Right, Lynn, show us how to do it.
Okay, so let's start with tracing out the, what would you call these, petals or orange peel?
I don't know. Well, I
don't know.
It looks like flowers. But then
so let's call it petals.
Joseph's coat.
Well, I don't know what I think. Is it because it's a coat of many colours?
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
The original
Joseph's
quilt
coat style. Yeah, maybe.
was a coat of many colours. Do you remember that song, Dolly Parton?
Yeah, I think of Lee Mead more.
Oh, Lee Mead, wasn't he on?
Yeah, he was on that with Search for a Star thing for
Joseph.
And he won.
He did win. And then he went out with someone. Was it Claudia
Denise Van Houten, who was one of the judges.
That's it.
It's a real scandal because she was
so
a
you
lot
get
older
all the
than him.
celebrity gossip here.
Then they had a baby. Not that I'm a fan or anything. Then they split up, which I was quite pleased about, obviously because he was waiting for me.
Oh, I see. You like him.
Oh, I adore
like him. Yeah, absolutely.
And then I saw him on tour.
Yeah.
And he signed the back of my CD.
That must have been a special day.
He was on Casualty and then Holby City.
Oh my gosh, so he's gone into mainstream acting.
Yeah.
This is like a whole rabbit hole. I didn't think we'd go down today.
Black curly hair. Oh, I love black curly hair.
You like black curly hair?
Yeah, real thing for it.
Oh, interesting.
And I love, sorry. I'm talking about Lee Mead.
We appear to have got slightly side, what's the word? Side?
Yeah, that was just sidetracked. Very sidetracked.
Thank you.
Who else loves Lee Mead?
Not me. Not really my type.
But he sang that song. In the audition.
Of course he did, because it's the...
Yeah, sorry.
Not the song
All of you love Lee Mead.
Yes.
You'll understand what I'm talking about.
Send us messages. Do you prefer Lee Mead or Dolly Parton? Yeah. Dolly Parton for me, of course. Dan, Lee Mead or Dolly Parton?
Princess messaged in to say, I love Lynn Goldsworth. So do I, Princess. It was seeing her quilt designs in today's Quilter magazine that started my quilting journey. She inspired me so much.
Oh, that's so nice. Do you know what? When messages like that come in, the person probably doesn't think much of sending them, but isn't it lovely for us to get nice messages?
And it's lovely. Princess is lush.
Genuinely, I love it. I'm driving home and it makes me so happy.
I know.
It really does.
It is
really
inspiring.
does.
Well, you always have designs in today's Quilter, don't you?
I do, and do you know why?
Why?
Because it means I can make all the quilts I want to make.
That's true. That is true.
No, it's just, to me, it's like my playtime.
I know, and they are lovely.
Thank you. So I'm going to be tracing. I mean, this is like primary school. I'm actually teaching how to trace.
Yeah, so it's not like you've got to cut out.
No, you don't have to. No. You're going to trace them. Actually, the easiest way to do it is trace them in sets of 9, and I've printed them in sets of 9.
In the instructions, they're printed.
They're a set of 9, so I've told you the size of strip of bonder web you're going to use and the size of strip of fabric you're going to use. And because there are 9 stars, they're in sets of 9, so you need to do 30 of these. Because
right, so Laura says, I can't get the Joseph's coat pattern only on the website. I really want to order it before I have to leave for work. In a haberdashery shop. Thanks. Laura, go onto the website. It's under today's show deals, okay? And then scroll down and you'll find it there. How nice that you work in a haberdashery shop.
Oh, that would be like working in the tuck shop at school.
It's
I
like
used to
working
eat
here,
all
it's
the
a nightmare.
sweets.
Yeah.
Yes,
There it
here.
is. Today's show deals. It's not on the main website. You have to go on to Watch Live, and then you can check out on it, and then you can go off to work. In your haberdashery shop.
Bring up that screen here.
Morning, everyone.
Oh, Dolly Parton.
for me.
Yes, Joan.
What, not Lee
100%. Pardon?
Not Lee Reed, Colin.
No, it's going to be Dolly all the way this morning, I can promise you. That coat of many colours.
I'm going to have a listen to that in the car on the way
I
home.
love that song. I mean, I love Dolly Parton.
Yeah, I do.
So I am tracing.
For me all day long.
I am
Yeah.
tracing. I'm just going to do 3 because you really don't want me to watch me tracing 9.
Oh, we do.
I mean, that would just get boring, wouldn't it?
I'm glad you put them all like in a line like that.
Yes, because then that just makes it easier.
You
I
have to
could have
keep moving.
just done 1, but the thing is, if you just put your paper down, then you can
Yeah,
do the
that's
whole lot.
true.
And if you've got top tip, a rotating cutting mat, you do all in one direction, rotate all in the other
good
direction.
point,
Not
yes.
essential, but just makes your life
Oh,
a bit
that's a really
easier.
good idea. I love
Right,
the rotating cutting mat.
I love a rotating cutting mat. Iron on, and now I'm going to fuse this to the back of a piece of fabric. The pattern will tell you what size pieces of bondweb you need and what size pieces of fabric, but I'm just going to do a little
Okay,
sample
so you
here.
press them all in one go.
Exactly, so you press the whole lot in one go, and you might even prep the whole quilt slot and press those all in one go. But here's my top tip. You want to hold your iron on there for a slow count of 10. Because if you take it off too soon, your glue is not going to be going to
That's,
have
you know, I've
been...
never done it for that long. And
And
sometimes
sometimes it doesn't come off that easily.
no, you're right,
And it's so
and
annoying.
the actual bondweb comes off as well.
Exactly, the glue comes back off because
Yeah.
you haven't fully melted it in.
Well, I never
So,
knew that.
Yeah. So
Hey.
if you try to start peeling them off and they don't come off easily, you haven't pressed it long enough. So go back, press it again. Obviously, I shouldn't be waving scissors really. Obviously, a warning, you may have a super hot iron, so do a tester first of all. You don't want to singe your fabric, but the longer the better.
10.
Yeah, about 10.
Never knew
So-
that. I'm so lazy. I just...
You want to go quick and
Yeah,
easy.
I go jump there.
And then actually it takes longer because the peeling away
Yes.
takes so long.
Yes, it does.
Whereas if you've done it the right amount of time, it should just kind of
Oh,
crack
I
off.
only just learned that.
So we've got those traced. Also, remember to trace those in pencil, not in friction pen, because if you trace those in friction pen, those lines are going to vanish by the time you
You'll be
get to cut
crying.
them. You'll be crying, especially if you did like the whole lot, if you did the whole quilt's worth. So you can cut those out, scissors. Now since Stuart's told me you can use scissors on paper, I'm just reckless with my scissors now.
Yeah, I'm still not 100% convinced about that.
I'm not 100%
No,
convinced,
I'm
but
not
I kind of, the lazy part of me just likes the fact that I only have one pair of scissors and not,
Yeah, I'm
two on the go.
not.
Used to looking after the fabric scissors.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Actually. I'm not.
No, you're
I can't-
right.
I can't buy into that.
No, he told me, so I believed him. But now I might go to your system.
I don't know.
don't believe him.
Although
at all.
sometimes when I can't bother to go and get my paper scissors, I'll just do it quick.
Exactly. If you do it quickly, it's like writing a check. It doesn't
Yeah, it
count.
doesn't count.
It doesn't
Doesn't
blunt
count
your
for my
blades
check.
if you do it quickly.
But no, I do think, I don't know. People have been saying for so many years that you shouldn't
It's like
paper.
not bred into us, taught into.
Yeah, so I feel like,
Yeah, maybe we're the generation we stick with it. So, as I was saying, if you have pressed it for long enough, these stick to your hands.
well, I never
It
knew
stuck
that.
to my arm.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they have such. If you've pressed it long enough, it should just almost kind of snap off, crack off quite easily.
Yeah, because I have to score it and everything. And
Oh, yes. And then also it starts to make your edges fray.
Yeah, it does,
Which you
yes.
don't want, because you don't want frayed edges before you even
well,
got started.
it's amazing though. You just never read the instructions. I was using Decadil the other day, and I thought I'm actually going to read the instructions.
Yeah.
How to press this.
We never do.
Never do. And style fill, 25 seconds works.
That's a long time.
I know, but honestly, it
You wouldn't
works.
think, would
My
you?
5 seconds clearly was inadequate.
Yeah,
And then when I
absolutely.
actually read the instructions,
Yeah.
did it,
That's what made the difference.
and I bothered to do damp tea towel as well.
Whoever does damp tea.
No, well, I thought, I'm actually going to do this properly.
Yeah, they
And
did
I
it actually all the way
did the
properly.
damp tea towel, did it amazing.
Oh, it makes such a difference.
I know, read the instructions.
Okay,
There's
so-
the roll of bondweb in the, there.
Yes.
There,
As
20-29.
Rebecca said, bondweb is essential. Now, this is the template you'll get in
Oh,
the pattern. And what you do is you print out 2 of template A, 2 of template B, and you take them together. And what that's going to do is show you where your bits go. So, let me find my...
see.
So you'll have a
So
square of...
if you wanted to join them all together,
Yes.
You know, you could just keep repeating that.
You could. You could just keep moving it along and along and along. Yes, so you could do that as like a solid, like do it on a solid background, like on a whole cloth. So what I do is I just pin these at all four corners so it doesn't twizzle around too much. And you just want it, it's 1/4 inch bigger than the template all round because that's your seam allowance.
Oh, and with the quilt, the fabric is cut into squares.
Exactly, it's cut into squares,
Right,
then
so
you've
you're
got
not having
flashing
to
and
move
cornerstones.
it. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So you just do it one at a time. And these are kind of a manageable size. So what you want to do is you want to put that on your ironing mat or your ironing board, or if you haven't got an ironing board that's wide enough, you might want to put it on, let's say, a folded towel on a worktop, or if you've got one of those wool pressing mats, something like that. But you want to be able to place it on and then not move it, because if you move it, then all the bits fly off. That's the last thing you want.
Oh, I've got 2 more Dolly Parton votes for
Yes.
Stefania and Bex.
3 for Dolly.
Oh, somebody
0
loves
for Lee
Lee
Mead.
as much as I do.
Right, now what you do then is you'll see on the template, and I'll show you quickly on there, let me have it flat, you've got dots marked at the ends of the petals, and what you're going to do is you're just going to dot those onto your fabric.
Oh, so you don't have to draw.
You don't have to draw, but then you can refer back to this, because this will actually show you, if you've drawn all the dots, you kind of forget what goes where. So I have this kind of sitting next to the ironing board, just so I know what goes where and I don't put too many on. So you just dot every single, the point of every single petal. Is that? Oh,
But it shows through that fabric really well, doesn't it?
it does, and if you had a darker fabric, you might have to say have a light box or hold it up to the window or whatever, but you're only doing dots, so it's not as though you're doing anything kind of particularly advanced. So
Yeah, because I guess you could put it on top of fabric, couldn't you? If you had dark fabric and then mark the dots through, like with...
yes, you could. You could cut little holes in the paper and then have like a sashiko pencil or something with dot, dot. Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Or something
Yeah, you could do.
like that.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. That's a really good idea. I mean, because I did this on Ivory, that makes it easy. Now, I'm not going to lay out the whole thing because you'd get bored watching me, but what I'm going to do is lay out... Never. I'm going to lay out the centre circle so you can see what you do. Basically, you just take the pieces in any old random order and you just put them from point to point. So you're just following, and if you lose track of where you are, you can just look back at a template that you've made, that you've taped together those 4 pieces, and follow that pattern so that you know where everything goes, because it does get a little bit more confusing as you go towards the outside of the circle, whereas at the moment we're just looking at the centre of a circle. So we're filling the whole thing in. There's something very satisfying about a circle like this that's got these little petal shapes in, but then I am a bit of like a geometry nerd.
Yes, I know, but that's why your designs are great, because it's all symmetrical and it all flows.
I do love symmetry.
I do.
Yes.
And you see, for me, I need that template underneath, you see. I couldn't just have instructions that said, just place them on, because I know I'd get them wrong.
Well, exactly, because you don't, and that's why you have this. But the reason I take this out is because if you press it, your sellotape is going to melt a little bit. But I suppose you can tape it on the back, and then you can leave it under and press
you've got
it.
the dots, so you can get
So I've got the dots, and you can work it from the dots, and then you can just watch what you're doing.
And symmetry is amazing. That's why it's in nature.
Isn't symmetry amazing?
That's
It really
beautiful.
is. It just makes us feel it's like your quilt from this morning, that lovely French general quilt. That's symmetrical, and that makes
See,
me
I
happy.
like the circle is lovely, isn't it? Just like that.
It is. And you can just have a quilt of those. Yeah,
It looks
does.
completely different.
It's such a lovely shape. And then you just press it.
And how long do we press them for?
It doesn't matter quite so much now because you just want it to stick, because you can edge it with blanket stitch. So if it's not sticking perfectly,
So
it doesn't really matter because it's not going to fall.
10 seconds.
To melt the glue.
Wow.
Exactly. Whereas this, I'd probably go maybe 5 seconds. But no, I forget with this iron, it goes back up again. None of this movement. You just want to put it on and lift it, because if you do this, you're inevitably going to move pieces around and then you're going to cry a little bit.
Yeah,
Which you don't want.
Yes.
Yeah,
if
we
you
don't
had
want
it
it.
then.
Is.
Right, we only have 17 kits left. Only 17. Over 30 people in baskets. It's $52.99, and in the kit you are going to get all of these Moda fat quarters. What's the fabric collection again?
Oh, it's something in blue skies.
Something in blue skies.
Sunshine and Blue Skies.
Sunshine.
Yes.
Something and Blue Skies. I think it's a great name for a fabric collection. Sunshine and Blue Skies. We do have some of this by the half metre in the next hour, but we've had this specially pre-cut for us, so we can't get more of this. And then you get the ivory, all the ivory you need for the background, and the copen that's used to bind it, which is beautiful because the copen matches that and complements it. Full instructions as well. This is a 58-inch square quilt, and you've got all the fabric you need for the top and the binding. It's beginner friendly, which we all want to know, because even if we're not beginners, isn't it nice to do a beginner quilt? Which is great. Hannah's got an email from Cynthia. Good morning, ladies. I'm an avid Sewing Street viewer and I'm desperate to make my first quilt. Would this be a very easy beginner project, as I'm frightened to make my first one and not be able to complete it? Any advice greatly received from Cynthia. So, Lynn, Queen of Quilting, what would you say?
Honestly a perfect beginner quilt, and the even better way to start it would be just to make one block, maybe get some scraps of fabric that you don't care about and make a test block, because once you've made one, you'll see how easy it is. You are basically cutting and sticking. You don't have to match seams, you don't have to get your quarter-inch seam allowance correct, you don't have any weird flipping and cutting, and it's just, you cut out these shapes, which we learned to do in primary school, and then you stick them on with the iron. Then the next bit is, which I'll show you in a minute, is you run a stitch around the outside. So that's a bit like colouring in the lines. You're just going to follow the edges of these petals. So it's a perfect beginner quilt. Perfect beginner quilt.
Just cutting out. You will need the bond web. Don't forget to go on.
Yes, that's just sticking.
The bond web's your best friend.
Yes.
Beautiful quilt, gorgeous colours. P.S. I love Lee Mead. Thank you. Thank you.
The Lee Mead fan.
He's gorgeous. Twice. Oh, at least I've got another one. I love the message that I got from Stefania, who goes, am I too late to the show? What about Dolly? Yes, well, the argument for you is...
We're basically voting for Dolly Parton or Lee Mead. So far, we're 3-1, or if we count Dan's vote, 4-1.
Yeah, there is that. Yes. This kit is going to sell out. We've only got 12 left now. Hi, guys. This pattern would make a lovely runner if you have 3 next to one another for Christmas, Easter. Love, 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 Dolly Parton. No. But the first bit, yes, I'm with you on the runner.
Totally on the runner. It would make a lovely Christmas runner. If you
It
had
would,
sort of like one of those fabrics that's got like gold in it, and then the sort of red and green fabrics that have like metallic kind of, that would be really nice.
Or you could do like a red or green background.
Yes. And do it like sparkly fabric. Then you could put candles on the centre of each one.
And the thing is once you've got the kit, you've got the pattern.
Yeah.
The pattern is not one use only.
No, exactly. You can keep on
Then
going.
you've got nine of the kits left. Pattern on its own physical comes to you in the post in an envelope. I have to say that only because there's 2 different sorts. So this is the pattern on its own, £9.99. Brilliant memory quilts and scraps. It could be an homage to your quilting life.
Yes.
Because we've all got bits of fabric from other things. It's also really good for charm packs and jelly rolls. How about a brand new charm pack? Moda, of course. Look at this one. 5-inch charms, all in reds. Shall I show it to you? Should we look at this one?
Yes, I love.
Let's